Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I don't know why I decided to do this call on a Friday, but it works out. So, I do want to welcome you to week two. And what I'm doing is I'm reviewing my actual ebook that I had created a few months back. It's already in your hand. And what the inspiration behind the ebook is really just to share with everyone that, hey, like lots of you, like me today, we all go through some things. We all go through some challenges. And these are truly just 10 Bible verses that during different times of my life, I really stood on, or I really counted on to help get me through that time. They really, in essence, spoke to me during that season in my life. And so, the information for the ebook is absolutely in the video description, so it's already there. But this week, I wanted to talk about Isaiah 45 2. And even as I say that verse in my mind, it brings me so much joy, but I would even say more than joy, it brings me comfort. And I've already pinned it here in the chat. But it says, I will go before you and make the rough places smooth. And I actually pulled up in the King James Version. The reason why I brought the King James Version after I pinned that one is because in that version, he says, I will go before thee and make the crooked places straight. And I would say that is the verse or the portion of the verse that I really resonate with. That's the verbiage that really sings to me in my spirit because it just comforts me to know that my God, that your God, that our God goes before us to make our crooked path straight. To me, if you really think about that, that the creator of the universe cares about you so much to go before you. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's comforting because, like I said when I started this call, we all know that we're going to experience things. And listen, we have our parents, we have our family members, we have our close friends, we have our inner circle that truly do make life easier, right? They love us, they care for us, they support us. It's a whole new level for our God to go before us to ensure that whatever happens, um, that it will not defeat us. I just think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. And this is why I love it. So I have a prayer journal, and this is one of the constants that go in this journal every day. Every time that I pray Isaiah 45 2, because a lot of times I know that I'm not even aware of all of the circumstances or times that God is going before me. And so I want to make sure that he knows that I'm thankful that he's going before me to make my crooked path straight. I think the question that we have to ask ourselves, and I really encourage you to ask yourself, is, do you trust that God is going to right all your wrongs? So I know we spend a lot of time talking about what people do to us, what people have done to us, what people say about us, what people think about us. They may not wish you well. They may not want to help you get from A to B. But when you think of all of those things, do you live there? Do you dwell there? Do you dwell in the negativity? Or do you say, no, I know that God is going to right my wrongs. I know that he's going to go before me in even this, because sometimes we don't understand, but we know that God is going before us. So if you trust that God is going to right your wrongs, thank him in the midst of them. Thank him in the midst of the issue. Thank him in the midst of the problem. That, hey, Father, I know I'm experiencing this. I just want to thank you for going before me in it. And the reassurance is, if he's gone before you, if he's already gone before you, then you already know the end to that story. Despite what it looks like in the present moment, it will work out for your good, and all of that will be for his glory. I actually Googled because, I'm sharing with you why this means something to me, but I Googled, like, why is Isaiah 45:2 so just meaningful? What's behind it? And I love what it says. It's an encouragement to know that we serve a God who will make the crooked places straight, make the rough places smooth, level the exalted places, and level the mountains. Having that kind of strength and power before us, behind us, and within us is a huge comfort. And I think, I thought, wow, I agree with that. I agree with that so much. But I also want to encourage you to look back on past or current experiences where you can see it's obvious that God went before you. Really spend some time thinking about that, because that's a testimony, guys. And so when you think of that testimony and you see how God really used that incident, used that situation, and he really worked it to your benefit. He really made those crooked paths straight. And guys, crooked paths to me is synonymous with, sending you the right people at the right time, interrupting in a way where it could have been, hurtful to you, but it actually worked in your favor. If you could think of those instances, thank God for it. And then you want to share it with others, because that's where the blessing is. Yes, we're thankful that God pulled us out or that he worked it out, but he did that so we could reach back and help somebody else. And ultimately so that he can get the glory. And guys, I can tell you, I could be vulnerable in this moment to say, I need God to go before me. I have school-age children that are being raised in a day of so much confusion. I need someone to go before me. I have a husband who travels 200 miles a day so that he could work and support his family. I need someone to go before me. I'm trying to have a healthy marriage. I'm trying to be present for my family, run businesses, and not lose my mind. That means I need somebody to go before me. And the beautiful part about it is, although I need it, God has already given it to me. He's already answered that prayer. And so that is why I have this on the top of almost to the top of my prayer journal. I hear people talk about a lot, how busy the enemy is. And, if something bad happens or something happens that we don't agree with, or maybe we don't understand, we love to give the enemy credit. But instead of thinking about how busy the enemy is, let's really focus on how busy our God is. How busy is he? He's advocating for you, for me, for my family, for your family, for our friends. He's working it out for all of us. And that really should make you happy. I know it makes me happy. So guys, when you look at the ebook, what I try to do is walk you through specific incidences that happened to me and what brought me to this particular verse. But these are just some thoughts that I wanted to share with you today. Certainly, I encourage you to come up with your own verses. These are verses that have helped me in my life, that has shaped my spiritual encounter with God. But really, the call to action here is for you to find your own scriptures, your own relationship with God, and really that you carve out some time to be alone with him each and every day. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next Friday at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Bye.